For half a millennium, the spacefaring races of the galaxy fought and conspired against one another for supremacy. But it was the Terran Federation, through the ingenuity and bravery of its officer class, that ultimately prevailed. Through the discovery and utilization of ancient artifacts left over from a long-dead precursor alien race, they put an end to the disastrous series of wars between the factions. One of these precursor artifacts is your home, Halcyon 6. The crown jewel of the Terran precursor discoveries, the Starbase acts as the Federation's home base in the Halcyon sector. Commanded by Admiral Brahmachandra, the Federation's most decorated officer, and protected by the 12th Fleet, the Starbase is permanently staffed with a variety of Federation officers with the mission of unlocking its mysteries. Today, however, the station has received some unwelcome news. A garbled hypercast ordering the 12th Fleet returned to Federation space, with the intention of returning as soon as possible to continue to work on the experiment. Admiral Brahmachandra leaves you in charge of the station. Admiral, we've arrived at the rendezvous point, and there's no sign of the welcoming force. No hypercast signals detected either. Think we're early? Broaden your signal detection, Captain. The 4th and 8th fleets are expected to join us as well, and those Titan-class ships should be hard to miss. Admiral, I'm picking up something. Definitely not Federation origin. Some kind of... whatever it is, it's getting stronger, sir. I've never seen anything like this before, sir. Some kind of portal. Admiral, I'm suddenly getting multiple ship readings, all heading for our position. They must be coming out of that thing. Unknown hostiles. I repeat, unknown hostiles. We might have to get a little creative here. Commander, they're powering up weapons. We should take the initiative and attack first. Click on the highlight button to attack with the scissor beam power. Okay, we'll do that. Target the spiked alien to fire the scissor beam. Next, use the backstab maneuver to inflict ship disabled and prevent your enemy from attacking. Do it on this guy. Now select the drone swarm and attack all enemies at once. Some enemies have resistances against certain status effects. You can right-click on an enemy to view their vulnerabilities and resistances. The ocular vessel seems to be powering up a large attack. Shield yourself a protective field to mitigate the damage. The ocular vessel still has the ship disabled status. Fire bridge shot to combo and exploit the ship disabled status effect for extra damage. Select the acid bomb's power to attack your enemies, doing damage over several rounds. That is. All right. Take all that acid damage, you alien bastards. And they hit us with something too. Yeah, they took our engines down. That was great. When ships are in critical condition, any further damage could result in complete destruction. Use cauterized hull to repair the ship immediately. Now select strafing run and try to finish them off. Great job. However, the Admiral is still in bad shape. Select the repair drone overdrive power to repair. Use Ninja Doom's cannon as a last resort. It can only be used once, so make it count. Alright. Target the chitinous monster. Commander McLaren's ninja is in critical condition and is taking damage over time from hull breach. If it's not repaired immediately, it might be destroyed. Warlock's cauterized hull repair power has no more uses left. Your only hope is to use stasis lock to disable the enemy. Alright. Now finish it off with the Paladin's Dreadnought Ram. We've lost the ship, but the battle is almost won. Select Solar Flare to finish it off. Admiral, we're picking up more of those portals on the sensor. We're being surrounded. Admiral, we need to jump back. We need to jump now. Back to Halcyon 6. I've got... Oh, God. What is that? That thing. Jump now. For God's sake, jump now. Commander, we seem to have lost our hypercast link with Admiral Brahmacharya and his 12th Fleet. Halcyon 6, Starbase Commander! Exclamation, everybody, and welcome to Halcyon 6, Starbase Commander. This is a game by Massive Damage. It is fully released on Steam. It's a game that I kickstarted back in the day. It is currently 15% off at $16.99 US, regularly at $19.99 US. And it is a tactical strategy game. Tactical game. I'm not quite sure which way you put it, but it's a strategy game with sci-fi, decidedly sci-fi theme. I'm going to play through the tutorial in the process of doing this game, just so you can see it does give you a very good overview of all the mechanics, and then we're going to play some of the game into it. I've done at least 57 days on another playthrough, so I'm kind of familiar with what's going on, but I wanted to play through this because it does give a good overview. Also, I am playing on the easiest difficulty because I usually suck at strategy games, so this is all I can handle at this point. With the 12th Fleet destroyed and little information as to whether the Federation still even stands, you and your crew are stranded in hostile alien territory, cut off from resupply, and in desperate need of more crew. You have little choice but to continue working on Admiral Brahmacharya's experiment to try to unlock the power of the station. Meanwhile, enemies may soon catch wind of the Federation's weakness and use that as an opportunity to strike and claim the station for themselves. Choose your first officer. Alright, so last time I played through, I had a really good run with starting off with an engineering officer. These engineering officers they have like the best ships, and they tend to be pretty darn solid and reliable. So I like to do that, and what I did last time was I did the engineering officer, then I did tactical, and then I did science. Science is really the screw with their sensors and do all those things. Also, as it said in the a little bit in the tutorial there, as you fire your weapons off, they have these properties to them. Like you see, drone swarm here will inflict drone swarm on the enemy, or at least has a chance to do that. And then what you can do is you can look for your other ships in your fleet that can actually exploit that. So let me see if I find one. Like this one here exploits exposed. So if I have something that does exposed as a infliction, then I'll be able to use that in this. I think there's one here, blinded, exploits blinded, and repair drone, vulnerable hull breach, drone swarm. There's a couple of them here. This one inflicts, so this one here inflicts exposed, has a 75% chance of doing it, right? And then if I had my tactical guy there, and I could use the exploits exposed, which means it would do extra damage to something that has the exposed infliction on it. So you want to get some homogenation going on with all your ships at some point. Engineering officers are the toughest and mechanically minded officers in the Federation. Their power repartee of 10 consists often. I don't know why. That's the second time I've read that as of 10. I think it's the font for some reason. often consists of damage over time attacks, hard-hitting attacks, and taunt attacks, while buffs often protect itself from harm. In space combat, engineering officers are able to command engineering ships, which have the toughest hull of the 3 ship class types, tactical science and engineering. Alright. Sorry to wake you, Commander, but it looks like we have a situation. Our sensors have picked up a fleet coming our direction. The signals suggest a pirate origin. We should expect them to arrive here in 48 hours. In the case of hostilities, the experiment may be our only hope to defend ourselves. The crew will work around the clock to make the necessary preparations. Commander, the oncoming fleet we detected has just entered our space. It's a single pirate ship, likely hostile. Patching them through now. Federation Starbase! Our scouts detected the departure of your fleet over a week ago. You're now at the mercy of Admiral Zib and the Zealots clan. Hand over to Starbase and we'll allow you to return to Federation space. Comply, or we will commence orbital bombardment. This is a scenario screen. The screen will appear during missions that require key decisions, such as attacking, retreating, or using an officer to gain a special outcome. In this case, the pirate fleet is demanding your surrender. Choose your response below. Hint, you should choose reject. Okay. I forgot you federales love your precursor toys. Prepare for bombardment, Federation scum. Commander, in light of this development, we should begin initializing the experimental starship creation process now. Click on the ship construction tool. Knight class engineering vessel is currently the only starship the Starbase is able to build. Click on it to select it. Now click construct. Alright, and confirm. Starship will take 3 days to build. And to skip time, you'll need to return to the star map. This is what we'll be doing a lot of, which is skipping time, waiting for things to happen. So we'll do that. You create ships. All these take up resources. Your resources are up on the top right-hand side of the screen there. Commander, we're ready to launch in T-minus 3 seconds. 2 seconds. 1 second. Matter creator deployed. And we have ourselves a ship. Commander, the experiment was a success. All scans suggest this newly constructed ship to be combat ready. She just requires an officer to command her. Alright, so we'll take our officer here and command them. And you need to return to the star map to dispatch the ship. So that's what we'll do. Enemy fleet is stationed at the Starbase approach. Click there now. Click to send a fleet. And select the ship and select this guy. Now, if there's one thing about this game that I kind of don't like, is that everything's got to be in a fleet. And the reason I don't like that is because, as you'll see a little bit later on, there will be things that pop up on the map that where you have to go, say, retrieve crew that has been generated or retrieve materials from a colony that's trading with you and all that stuff. And for those little things, if you know that there's no enemies in the area, there's no reason to send more than one ship, right? In fact, it's more helpful to send one ship to one place and another ship to another place. In order to do that, you gotta fudge around with the fleet thing here, and you gotta make them all their own fleet, and it gets messy a little bit later on. It's good for the basics, but later on, as you get more ships, this becomes a bit clunky. That's my only problem with it right now. Pirate ship swoops into attack position. All right, attack them. All right, now we get to take the training wheels off and do our own thing. So first thing we're going to do is they've got 225 points of damage. So I'm going to shock mine them because it will inflict ship disable and give it also exploits crew panic, which we don't have anything that generates crew panic, but we'll inflict ship disable so that they don't fire on me, hopefully. But they resisted it. Great. Alright, well, we did what we could there. Let's go and do deconstruct. Give them a hull breach. There we go. Now, hull breach, I think, does damage over time, right? Damage over 3 rounds. So it's taking 200% base damage over 3 rounds. So when I fire on it with, say, flak barrage, I should get additional damage out of it. Alright, evading. Excellent. And they were destroyed from the hull breach. There we go. Battle 1. Alright, not bad. We got 17 17 materials and 50 dark matter. Dark matter and materials come into play for when you're trying to research and also build ships and other things. Looks like our new ship held up pretty well, though I doubt that's the worst we'll face. Commander, we have a long-range hypercast coming in, putting it through now. From time to time, the leaders of various factions may contact you via the station bridge. I don't believe we've met. Feel free to refer to me as the Admirax, a title that denotes my supreme command over the pirate clans in this sector. Now, Commander, or shall I say, Acting Commander, my spies tell me I should congratulate you on your new post. They've also informed me that your fleet has fled the sector, leaving you on your own. And also I'm giving you the courtesy of informing you that we'll be visiting you very soon, as this is my territory, and so your station now belongs to me. And unlucky for you, I have united all the pirate clans to help me take it. I highly suggest you turn tail and return to Federation space. If you are of another mind, stay where you are and prepare for your deaths. Well, we got more pirates coming in. Ches Slab Joker Grunwall. Okay. Time for death, Federation pig. I will avenge the death of Ruzrub Toe Slicer and deliver this station to the Admirax. Sorry, what? I can't hear you. These massive death cannons I'm warming up are really loud. Alright. We're getting some shots in. Yeah, we're certainly getting some shots in. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Let's do Shock Mine. We'll do that on one of these guys just so I get a little bit of a breather there. Okay, he's disabled, so he's not going to shoot at me for a while. You can see the order of operations down below as well. So we'll do Hull Bleach on this guy. Excellent. Okay. And let's see. We got engines down, exploits. I guess we'll just do that on. We'll do that on this guy since he's got hull breach on him. Does a lot more damage. Alrighty then, let's try that again and get rid of this. Get rid of one of them. Go, excellent. We'll evade there, a little evade stuff. Let's get hull breach on this guy. Nice. Another evade, very good. Alright, and let's do a shock mine to further. Oh, it resisted. So sometimes they will resist. I've noticed that they sometimes resist after the second time you try to do the same thing on them. So that's might be an interesting little mechanic. There we go, another battle won, and more materials and dark matter. Well, looks like we'll have no shortage of charred metal for the time being. You can always return your fleet to Starbase by first clicking on the fleet and hitting return home. And that's good because we need them to repair. Commander, the crew is eager to regain our full sensor capabilities. To do that will require an extra source of energy. Good news is the tech research team has figured out a way to harness the station's core reactor with a smaller standard issue diothium reactor. Alright, so this is where we do some research, and we say under Starbase Tech the reactor, and we research it. This is where the materials and the dark matter come into play along with other things. So we'll research that. And now we have to go into the Starbase, and this is where it'll start to look like a whatchamacallit, like an XCOM type of thing, where we've got the Starbase, we've got all these things that all these slots here, but we haven't explored them yet, so we need to explore and do various things. Sometimes random events will happen. I've had some ground combat on some of these sections where we find an alien life form that took up residence and we had to wipe it out with some red shirt crew. So, you know, things like that will happen. So let's go. And in order to explore these things, you need to assign an officer, which means I can't send a ship out because I don't have an officer for the ship unless I have enough officers to cover it myself. So that's where you kind of have to balance everything. So we go and gotta kill 2 days. Let that happen. And Cleared out that section you asked for. You got 3 XP and 42 materials. Good. Show location. Our exploration team has successfully cleared the room. Now that the room is clear, select the diortherium reactor. Now you can see the power used. We're at 60 of 60. So the reactor will give us some more power. And construct the room. That takes 4 days to construct. And of course, obviously you need enough reactors to cover the rooms that are going to take power up. So that's why we're doing this. And run forward on that until it is ready. And any day now, there we go. Station is fully powered, Commander, and our sensors are back online. We've compiled a navigational map of all Federation systems and facilities. As loyal members of the Federation officer class, it is our duty to protect these facilities at all cost. In the case of attack, these facilities will transmit distress signals to us. Depending on the level of danger in the area, you may wish to evacuate them. Distress signals will always be listed in the missions panel. Click here to access it. There we go. Missions with specific locations will have a go-to button for convenience. All right, and do that. Send your fleet to nearby nebula. Okay, we'll do that, I guess. Send a fleet, distressed refinery. And this is my only ship I got right now, so onward with you. Alright, let's do a little shock mine. Cool, we disabled him. And now we will do hull breach for this. Excellent. Now flak barrage. Oh yes, take all that damage and evade. Thank you. Oh, and he's dead. Cool. Without even a scratch. Awesome. Good thing you turned up when you did, sir. Whatever that vessel was, it managed to chew up our only sentry ship a few days ago. It did some nasty damage to our refinery. Also, my crew's pretty shaken up. The good news is we've got some fuel reserves from before the attack. Just give the word. We'll transfer them over to you. All right, transfer 15 fuel to the fleet. Now, this one you can see current resources 15 fuel, crew population 175. And it generates 1 fuel per day. So this becomes our refueling area. Now the reason it gives you all this information here is because you will get the option, I think it's the next one here. You will eventually get the option to evacuate places. So if you feel like you can't defend something, like it's got too many aliens coming out after it, you can evacuate the crew. Those crew become part of your thing, but you'll lose access to the resources. As long as you have crew stationed on these things, they'll keep generating resources for you, which you can come back to. You have to send your fleet to grab and pick up and come back. I think the one part of that is, while I appreciate what they're doing, which is trying to divide your attention, I feel like for milk runs like that, there should be a way for me to build like a cargo ship or something that can then just go out and do this. Like I feel like having a non-combat ship in your fleet, being able to do that, and then having to defend that if necessary, I think is a better way of doing this than having your combat ships go out and pick things up and bring them back all the time. But it is what it is right now. I feel like that's one other area of improvement, right? Like I feel like I could build cargo ships, use resources for that, have them go on cargo runs for me, and then if they need protection, then add them to a fleet and protect them that way. And if you get into a battle, they don't fight or anything. You just have to protect them. So I feel like that should be something that they do, but they don't have that in here, which is a little bit of an oversight, I think, on their part, but on the developer's part. But whatever, it still works as is. So return your fleet to Starbase. There we go. And we brought that 15 fuel back. And we completed that objective. Commander, with all the recent events, the crew felt it necessary to create a short briefing for you. Here it is. So here's our 3 primary missions right now. Upgrade the Starbase and the fleet. Building new room modules will require the first carving out habitable space in the Starbase by assigning officers and explore its ruined modules. Then we should build an officer academy to enable officer recruitment. That way we can train new officers to command any starships we build via the ship construction room. Recover Federation facilities. Following the invasion by those mysterious flesh vessels, most of the Federation is destroyed. However, some facilities seem to have been overlooked in the attack. We should send our fleets to explore the area in order to make contact with any survivors. And number 3, investigate space pirates. We've been raided by pesky pirates in the sector. Once we have a functioning fleet, we should pick off some of their smaller ships in order to gain a better idea of what we're up against. Alright, so let's start the game. Before you start, you should directly promote a new officer from the ranks. I've prepared a list of suitable officers for you to choose from. Alright, now I'm going to take a tactical officer here. And that's good. She's got different abilities than the last tactical officer had, so this will be interesting. Alright, and then you see various things that come over on the notifications. So we got Federation survivors detected up here, we will want to go for at some point. And then we got missions, which I think Centaurus requesting aid is the same thing. So sometimes they have duplicates there, but it is what it is. So what I want to do is, first of all, I want to get... I want to go to Starbase. And now some of these areas, some of these ruins, you can see you need like a level 4 officer to do, so you can't do all of them at once, but there are some that you can gain access to. Like you see there's ones that say task available. These are usually for lower tier officers. So we can go here to this one. Let's add my tactical officer there for right now, because I'm not gonna create a tactical ship yet for her, because I don't need it at the moment. We're still pretty early. So that said, clearing out the Starbase will be a good thing. Also, I want to... What are we doing here? My research. Do I have Officer Academy? What do we need for that? 300 and 200? Yeah, let's do that right now. So I have it ready to go, because I waited a long time on that, and it was not a good idea the last time I did this. Alright, and we've got a mission up here that we need to find out what's going on. There are people in distress, so we will send our fleet out there and see if we can help out. Commander, Isold Freehold's fleet made contact with a fuel refinery at Centaurus. The engineers crewing this fuel refinery bravely volunteered to remain at work and produce fuel for your fleets. Alternatively, if you prefer, you can choose to evacuate the facility and bring your crew back to station. Well, there's no reason to evacuate them for right now, so we're going to say continue. They're generating 2 fuel per day. The maximum capacity is 32 fuel, so we'll just take the 2 fuel that they gave us, they have for us. And we're just going to leave the system. We're going to leave them on there because they're not really in any mortal danger just yet. Unfortunately, this is procedurally, well, it is random what you get. So last time I played this, I actually got a materials refinery, so I had materials and fuel right away, but these unfortunately are just fuel right now. So what I'd like to do is see if I can find a materials thing. So we can go to this asteroid field and see if there is anything here. And we're in the neighborhood, so we might as well. We've got 12 fuel. Let's go, yeah, send that fleet. Redirect fleet. Starbase exploration attack. Your exploration team has run into a creature native to Halcyon 6. Okay, here we go. So now we get to see some, as we were clearing out that one section of the base, as we did earlier, we found a creature that we have to clear out. And now we're going to have some ground combat. So prepare for combat. And as I don't have any other officers to add here, it's going to give me some red shirts, well, in this case, green shirts, to throw at it. So we're going to do that, and we're going to hope for the best here. I got sabotage. What do we got? She's got bleeding, which is good. Slice and dice. Sabotage, which is exposed. Another thing that does bleeding, the grenade, and stealth. Interesting. All right, deploy. Alright, so that said, let's do 60%, 75%. Let's do a 75% chance of bleeding on this thing. Oh, we got a critical hit out of it. Cool. This exploits exposed, and this inflicts bleeding. So let's do the laser knife, I guess, against this thing. Which it evaded. That's unfortunate. Let's try that again with this guy. It resisted. Okay, it's got a barrier up. Alright, let's see. Now these guys have things that exploit exposed. So if I do something that causes exposed, do I have anything? That's exploits exposed, that inflicts bleeding. No, I don't. don't have anything at all. Alright, well, I guess we're just going to keep blading it. A little slice of dice. That guy's critical. I don't have any healing to give that guy, so that's unfortunate for you, dude. Very unfortunate for you. Let's do exposed. Alright, and exploits exposed, I guess. There it is. That is done. That is killed. Your officer is leveled up. Click on their portrait to promote them. Excellent. Here are a number of skill points you can spend on upgrading your officer's powers. Each officer has at least 3 ship combat powers and 3 ground combat powers to choose from. You can hover over power to read its description, and then if you like it, you can click on it to spend 1 skill point to unlock or upgrade the power. Alright. Expedition team has taken care of the dangerous creature and cleared the room. Acknowledged. Alright, so let's go and let's level up my character while we're here. What else do you have? You have... That's weapon supercharged. Gives vulnerable and weapon supercharged to myself. Self-cloak. Interesting. Backstab maneuver. Single enemy. Ship disabled. That might be good. Inflict ship disable on things. Alrighty then. Very good. Very, very good. That's also why I sent them on this mission here, is they tend to level up pretty quickly when they're doing missions on the station, on the Starbase. Alright, so we'll go back here. And did my guy didn't get there yet, did he? Alright, let's go a little like that. There we go. It is reporting that the materials mine at Manasia is in ruins. Well, okay. Ruined facility is not going to do me any good. Also, there is a alien fleet up here, which I cannot take on right now. What's thing about this is these aliens come through holes in space, and if you defeat the fleet, you'll get rid of the hole. But if you don't defeat them after a certain amount of time, more will just keep pouring out of that hole. So it's behooves you at some point to do things. What is this? Dark matter. So let's see if there's another thing around here that we can go for. We need 6 fuel for that too. Alright, redirect fleet. Cleared out that section you asked for. Okay, show location. Let's put the... Oh, we don't have enough parts for the Officer Academy. Alright, well that's fine. We'll have to worry about that later. Now, Rogue is the tactical one. That takes 3 and 50 and 500 dark matter. Okay, so let's construct that so we have our next ship here for our tactical guy. We'll keep on going forward with that. And let's move time forward a little bit. There we go. Materials mine at Arcania is in ruins. Well, this is not going so well. It's not going so well at all, because we need some materials mines. Last time I had far better RNG last time around. Let's see if this mine has anything here. What send fleet takes 3 fuel. We only have 4 fuel, so I gotta be careful here. Oh, here's one that exists. Commander, it's good to hear from you. We thought we were done for, frankly. It's nice not to have to face down a sentence of living out our lives on this blasted mining facility, waiting to be eaten up by whatever the hell those things are. To tell you the truth, that giant station of yours sounds mighty compelling to me and my men, but if you think you can protect us from these aliens, we'll pledge to stay here as long as you need the materials. It's up to you, Commander. Yeah, you're going to stay there for a little while because I need materials. So I'm going to transfer materials, and we're going to leave that system. All right. Unfortunately, we don't really have any fuel to do things. We have some, how much fuel will it take me to get here? That's dark matter. I don't want that. How much fuel will it take me to get here? Send a fleet. 6. Okay, we can't move. Basically, we can't move that fleet for right now. That's unfortunate. But once we get this ship built here, I'll bring some more. I'll bring some more stuff back. Some more fuel back. Plus, we generate fuel, 1 fuel per day. All right. New Rogue class ship is available. Let's give it our commander here. Okie dokie. Now, what we want to do, we'll send the commander here. And we want to bring some fuel back if we can. We want new fleets, and we want to... See, this is why I said it's a little bit clunky, because now I got... In order to break up my ships like this, I need to create a new fleet. And I guess I'll just call it New Fleet 2, why not? And then in here, I got to put this ship into that fleet. It's a little bit clunky. So I kind of wish that they didn't force you to put everything into a fleet, but it is what it is. So launch them. And they've got 16 fuel. Excellent. So we can bring that back to the Starbase. Or actually, we now have that 18 fuel available to us, but we're going to have them... Actually, let's have them go up here and grab that fuel 8. Actually, you know what? No. Let's have you return home. And have you guys go here. Send the fleet. Redirect fleet there. You can pick up that fuel. Transfer 14 fuel to the fleet. Alright, so that's good. Leave the system. Alright, now that you've got some fuel on you, we should probably see if there's more things here available. Let's see. Let's see if there's anybody... What is this? What does this give me? Planetary stars. Contains a colony. Will produce crew over time. Let's send my fleet here and see if there's any colony left. Nope. Has been destroyed. We should... One moment, Commander. It seems we're picking up a signal from the surface. Patching it through. Everywhere. We're masking our signal, but these things are relentless. Please send help. Ah, here they come. Commander, we've lost the signal. There may be other survivors on the surface, but we risk any officer we send down there. Choice is yours. So I can beam down and try to take on the aliens. Unfortunately, I don't know what level aliens I'm going to meet. So, but we're going to have to try it, I guess. We're going to have to go for it. Oh, it's just fledgling, huh? All right, we might be good here. Let's just get some cadets to fill out the ranks and deploy our officers. Okay, he's got 110. So if I inflict exposed, do these guys have something that does exposed? Bleeding, exploits exposed. Okay, so now here's where we're going to get some modulation going on here. I'm going to inflict exposed on this thing, hopefully. Except that it resisted it. Alright, so I guess I'm not going to do that. Let's try confused. There we go. We at least got confused on it. And I guess we'll do some bleeding too. Excellent. Alright, so do I have anything that exploits confused? Fix stunned, exploits blinded. Activate nano repairs 1. Let's see. That's mechanical damage. This guy resistances to biological. Maybe I can get exposed on him. Let's see what happens. Let's try again. Nah, it's resisting it. That's all right. We will do exploits bleeding. Still bleeding, so we can do that. Bam! It's down to 1 point and. Exploits exposed, which we don't have, but that's alright. Just need to do 1 point of damage, and it's dead. Excellent. Alright, so we've rescued this colony then. Managed to evacuate 54 survivors from the surface, Commander. They're very grateful, and we should return to the Starbase now. Alright, so we don't get the colony, but we did get some officers, so there's that. And we also leveled up. So let's see what we can get here. Vulnerable, hull breach, repair drone overdrive 1, and... Vulnerable and hull breach. I guess we'll just do the overdrive one for now. So we have it for later. Alright, so this is not going quite so well, this playthrough. The last playthrough I had a lot more going for me. This is unfortunate. That's the one, I guess, major problem is that you don't know what you're going to get half the time here. Let's have them return home for the moment. So we can get these... crew offloaded and materials. Alright. That said, now that they're returned home, we could start to take on some pirates. That'll allow us to level up a bit. And Also, at some point, I need to assign a crew member to actually get me some more. Like I have to, even though I've built the, what is it? The officer thing. I did build that, didn't I? No, I didn't actually. Let's go here. Let's build this. Oh, the Officer Academy. Now I need 350 parts. All right. If I had the Officer Academy, even if I built the Officer Academy, I still need to assign an officer to it in order to get new officers. So it's, you know, neither here nor there. Now what's this? This has got 2 level 1s. This has got 3 level 1s. This is 1 level 1 with like 336 hit points though. I think we'll take on these pirates and see if I can get some. Sometimes these guys will drop like locations of weapons caches and materials caches and stuff like that. So it's good to take them on sometimes. So let's send fleet. We'll say we'll just get this other ship back in here. We'll get both our ships going and see what we can do about this pirate scourge. All right, start combat. Okay, so we got ship disable and engines down, sabotage vulnerable, sensors offline. Let's he's got, looks like ships disabled, exploits engines down. So if I get engines down, then that will be a good thing. So we'll do crippling shot on this guy. Excellent. And then we'll do barrage against that guy. Kabam! Alright, we'll do the same thing here. Engines down. And flak barrage. Excellent. Alright, we took care of those guys. Easy peasy. Commander, we're getting a distress call from the sector. It appears to be pirate in origin. Okay. You gonna show me the distress call? Oh, I gotta go here? Wait, what? Pirate distress signal. Okay, I guess I gotta go there? Question mark? Usually it just like tells me what's going on. But it is a minefield, or material, asteroid field, minefield. It better not be a minefield. Okay, I guess we'll go there. Sure. Or not. Why is that just putting the time forward? What is going on here? I don't understand. It says pirate distress signal. I'm at Halicarnassus. So why? That might be. This is the first time I've seen it bug out like this. But all right, maybe we gotta get rid of these guys, which I think we can do. I think we can manage this. Let's do that. Let's see if that causes something. All right, let's try this. Okay, way to telegraph your intentions, loser. I love the little dialogue blurbs. All right, so we've got ship disable. We've got target explosives, sensors offline. We can do. Let's do. I guess we could do the 1-2 punch again, right? Crippling shot and flak barrage. Go. Now, keeping in mind, of course, I am playing on the easiest mode, so don't read between any lines here as to how easily I'm taking these pirates down. Okay. That 1-2 punch works really well. Excellent. Alright, battle 1. Got some more parts. Wait! Noble Federation opponent, you have proved your worth as a noble and brave combatant, and I, the Hots of the Xar Zen, once served 4 years at a state facility for aggravated bravery. In fact, you are so worthy that I, Lord, he who kicks sharks, bestow upon you my greatest secret, the location of my materials hoard. You want to follow these coordinates right away. I think he means coordinates right away. I'm sure. So, just ignore my escape shuttle. Nothing to see here. Move along. All right. So his hoard is down there. Now, what can I view? Potential supply of materials. Yeah. Okay. I get it. So send a fleet right here. Now we can get it. Okay. On to you. Repeat message. This is Lieutenant Terminator Beeford of the Noble Bruiser Pirates, opponents of the Zealots and Zeb. Or should I say, the robotic Federale spy that used to be Zeb. Don't think you can fool me, Federale scum. I know all about your psychiatric evaluations and brain slug fleet-free MRI machines. Fool me once. To any loyal pirate that has yet been replaced, my stash of materials is below you on the planet's surface, and if this is the Federation, don't pretend these aren't your slugs. I'm on to you. It appears the asteroid surface is crawling with leechers. Oh boy. Oh boy. Sure, I guess we'll beam down the surface. These guys look rather terrible. They are psionic resistances, okay. Psionic, they're all about the same, I guess, huh? Alright, well, I guess we'll see what we can do. We have this cadet and deploy. Alright, well, these don't seem too bad. Wow, they took my cadet down. They took my cadet down in one shot there, pretty much. All enemies sabotaged. Exposed. It exploits bleeding or stealth. Inflicts bleeding. Let's try the inflicts bleeding on all of them, shall we? Okay, some of them resist it. That's fine. Inflicts exposed. Confused. Stunned. Blinded. Nano repairs. I guess we'll inflict exposed, I guess? Or I could do blinded, but that's single enemy. Mind toss. Let's do this, and we'll do it on this one so we can try to get rid of it. There we go. Confused on this. I probably should have did it on the other one, but oh well. Because he's going to be dead. Alright, along with him. Alright, so we got some bleeding. That's not ideal. We'll do so exposed. Nobody's exposed yet, unfortunately. Let's inflict bleeding on this one. But it resisted, okay. Inflicts exposed on this one, maybe. Excellent. Oof, taking some critical hits here. This is not good. Exploits exposed on this guy. Okay, he's dead. Let's get nano repairs on. Oh, I can't do it on my other person. Really? Only on self? Oh, well, that sucks. Okay. I guess we'll have to do blinded, stunned. But it's going to put confused on me. Well, 25% chance of putting confused on me, but I think stunning it is the best thing I can do right now. Alright, it's stunned. That's good. So let's do bleeding. Critical hits. Nice. Wow, I pulled that one out of the hat. Alright, we only lost one red shirt. Commander, we've recovered the materials from the surface. We should return to the Starbase now. Alright, so we did that. That's a thing that's been done. And then we got another... We got both of them up, leveled up too. Let's go... What is this? This is the I think I want to go down here first. Let's go there first. And grab whatever materials we need. Alright. There's some hostiles on the surface. Yeah, let's try this. We should be at full health anyway. Okay. Alright, these things aren't too bad necessarily. We'll see in a moment here. Okay. Alright, so I want to do Flicks bleeding. We'll try that on all these guys. We got it on one anyway. So we'll do Flicks exposed on the space monster. Nice. Alright. Flicks shocked. Single enemy. I guess we'll do it on this guy. Critical hits. Nice. Alright, so which exploits exposed? We'll do that on this guy over here. Excellent. Alright, one evaded, but that was alright. Mind toss exploits that, and stunned and exposed. Well, let's do stunned on... Well, it's going to do on both. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'll take it. Alright. Afflicted. It's this one. How did he evade that? Well, he's stunned. Okay. He wasn't blind. He was just stunned. Alright, let's get rid of one of these anyway. Go. And then... kill this one. Excellent. We did it. We can grab this horde of materials. Alright, good. Now let's return to Starbase. Get our stuff together. There's somebody coming to say hello. Materials have been safely transported to the engineering bay. Excellent. Alright. Both of these are done. We got our rewards. And now what I'd like to do, let's see if I can get to my Starbase. Let's go here. Let's build our Officer Academy. It's much needed. Officer Academy, because we're going to need to get some more officers trained up here very soon. And since I'm going to be, well, actually, I'll just have one officer doing that, and then I'll be able to use the other ship to go out and get some fuel and other things here. Let's do our level ups. Vulnerable hull breach. Yeah, sure, I'll take one of these. Doesn't really matter which one. Both about the same. And for you, weapons charge and cloak. Let's take cloak, just for the sake of argument, I guess. Alright, very good. Very, very good. Let's go to the star map. Let's go here. How much fuel? This is 22 of 25 and 18 of 32. Alright, let's go grab some fuel from here. Send the fleet. We'll go with this one. And yeah, we'll go with this one. We'll send that fleet out there. He doesn't need to repair right now. Just launch right away. Sir, a Zlar ambassador has arrived in our system. They're claiming to be from the Zlar Yanthu Directorate. Must be a new government that has taken over. I'll put them through now. Federation Commander! Greeting from the Honorable Zlar Yanthu Directorate. It seems as though the biological superweapon you are clearly developing has gotten loose and is rapidly proliferating across Federation space. We hope you have learned to not pursue such folly in the future. Those aliens, you think we made them as some kind of weapon? Oh, really? You expect us to think you weren't breeding monstrous flesh beasts to release on our empire in your secret quest for galactic domination? No. Oh, fine then. Don't admit your charade. I promise you our famed Zlar Yanthu bioweapons experts We'll eventually capture one of these creatures and expose the Federation fingerprints all over its genetic code. Be my guest. One final warning. Do not approach or interfere with any Zlar territories or colonies. Unlike the Zlar Norch and Zlar Corridor, may they all roast in the great hellfires of Slaktris. The Zlar Yanthu Directorate wishes no outside contact with any race. Do not intervene in our affairs, Terran. Fine. Sure. Whatever you say. Okay, so we got that. Alright, fuel refinery, 22 fuel. Let's take that. Transfer that to the fleet. Leave the system. That's still good to go. Still need to find... There was a materials thing, right? No, I still haven't found a material... Oh, yeah, I did, over there. How much are they? They have... Ooh, they've got a lot. That's good. So let's go on a little milk run here, grab all the things. Right? And then we'll head back. Like I said, this is part of a game where I feel like this would be better served by having, like, you know, resource, like trade routes and stuff, you know what I mean? Like, there's no real reason for me to take direct control over these things like this, unless they're under attack. So, 144 materials to fleet. Yep, I'm going to take that. And then we're going to leave the system. And we're going to... We need to scan... Well, we got one more pirate faction to take care of. This one looks kinda badass. But what I would like to do is send a fleet down here real fast and see if we can find anything of interest. Commander, the Officer Academy is now online. Cool. New candidates are ready to be selected for promotion. Cool. Let's get a science officer. Cool. And what I'd like to do is train another officer. So let's go... Actually, I can use my new science officer to train another officer because we only need a level 1 thing. So we'll get that going. So we'll get some more officers in here. Then I should probably... Let's see, ship construction. The Acolyte is the science vessel. That takes 40 and 600, huh? Alright, well, we'll construct that ship now. So it's ready to go. And then let's go back to this. And what I'd like to do, let's get my other fleet looking at things too. Let's say, come down here. And we'll see if there's anything of use here. Send new fleet. We'll go with this one. Let's get this out of that fleet again. Like I said, rearranging deck chairs here. And then we'll launch this guy. Alright, very good. Has made contact with a dark matter extractor at Helix. Patching you through now. Cool. Great to see someone's fighting these things, Commander. We caught some of the footage coming from New Terra. Disgusting, horrifying things. We'll do anything to help you. What we have here, Commander, is a fully functional dark matter extractor. While we wouldn't mind being extracted to your station, it sounds like dark matter may come in handy for you. Taking that into account, we'll stay here and keep extracting until you say the word. Alright, and they do 6 dark matter a day. Excellent. Alright, transfer that dark matter to the fleet, and we'll leave them to their business, because they're not under any kind of assault right now. What I would like to do is, let's see if there is any one here. Station at Helix. Okay. Redirect fleet. Commander, made contact with a colony at Deneb. Excellent. Cool. Finally a friendly face. We were cut off by those creatures a few weeks ago. We caught a number of transmissions from nearby facilities. Horrible. Awful. We were sure we'd be up next. We have a fully stocked and functional colony here, Commander. Consider it at your disposal. We're not going to lie, most of us would prefer to be evacuated to that station of yours, but if you need us here, we can pull in any Federation refugees we encounter from the area. Good. Transfer 41 crew to the fleet. Excellent. Excellent, Smithers. Now things are coming together slightly. Alright, so I'm going to have this guy return home while we can. Objective complete. Promote a second officer. Build a ship to your second officer. Unlock a third officer slot and build a ship for your third officer. Cool. Excellent. Completing objectives and all those things. Let's move forward here. New Acolyte class starship is ready for active duty. Sweet. Let's assign him to it. Or, yeah, him to it. Okay. We'd also like to... Do I have another... Is he still assigned to the Officer Academy? Let me see. Where's the Officer Academy at? Here it is. No. So let's add you here right now. Just so I can get this done. We need 11 days to train officers, so let's do that. Just so that is done. We can get another officer. We can get an officer that can stay back at the station for a little bit. There we go. Dark matter and crew. All right. Good things are happening here. And then I would like to take out the remainder of that pirate fleet. And then we need to come up here and deal with these aliens at some point. Let's see. Where are my... Is that all my ships? My ships was down here. They found the colony, right? So they can return home now. I think. Cool. 144 materials retrieved. Excellent. Alright. Well, I think we're good there. So what is this? This guy, I think he's 336. I feel like I could take him out with just 2 ships, but I better wait on that front. Let's get another officer up here so we're good to go. Let's go forward in time a little bit. Federation survivors detected. Okay, what was that? Where's that at? Centaurus. Okay. Here in Centaurus, huh? Alright, well let's go... Well, wait. I already have a fuel refinery there, right? So... Sure, there would be survivors there. Why is it telling me that now? Oh, there is a colony raid going on. Oh man, they're heading to Experse. Well, that's not one that I know about, but that will be one. Where is Experse at? Cat's Eye. I assume that's not one that I've scanned or I've gone to yet. Oh, it's over here. So I'm guessing that's probably got some Federation colonists on it still, and we'll have to rescue them from the Cruel at some point. All right, let's just go forward. The cruel fleets that are harassing our remnant facilities have been detected emerging from interdimensional portals in and around Federation space. Now that we have a full fleet, we should investigate these portals and attempt to shut them down. The longer we wait, the more Krull will pour out of them. Yep, and that's the one we saw up there. So like I said, you do have to take these down at some point, but they are not pushovers. Let's put it that way. I don't want to do that just yet. I would like to take these pirates out, or at least take that pirate out anyway. How long until... 6 more days of training officer. Alright, so this is... I guess we can get rid of some of these notifications since we already know about them. And missions. Medcar Colony is requesting aid. Where is that at? Oh, up here. Okay. So, let me think. I guess I can send one ship right now. That's going to be a lot of fuel, but it might be a good idea. Yeah, 18 fuel. I don't have 18 fuel to do that. Let's see. Let's go. How much fuel do you have? 22. 16. All right, let's send you on a fuel run. So we get some fuel here. Transfer that to the fleet. Leave that system. Then go up here and grab this fuel. We have a situation at the Officer Academy. Oh boy. While researching key officer cognition and pedagogy, yeah, whatever, theory, Milkalev discovers they had a recent ancestor who performed untoward experiments on their comrades, sometimes with horrifying results. Dwells on it, or he takes a long space flight to clear his head. Just dwell on it? Well, I guess take a long space flight to clear. Sure. Clear your head, I guess. Fuel -5. All right, that's fine, I guess. we're on a fuel run anyway. All right, so go forward. All right, got a distress signal from X Persei. Yeah, I figured that would happen. Transfer 20 fuel to the fleet. Leave the system. Okay, now I want you to go up here, I think. So we'll send a fleet. All right, see what this is. In the meantime, while that's going on, how much time do we have to do this one? It usually tells you. We're down here, maybe? No, missions. Okay, we got 30 days left on that one, so we'll handle that as it comes, I think. Alright, colony at Menkar. Offers to remain at this sector and attempt to make contact with any passing Federation refugees. Or you can evacuate them. Let's continue production. Get 3Q. They have 30... Free crew, I mean. Yeah, 30 resources now. Let's transfer them. And we'll leave them here for now, even though they're in a really bad spot. Alright, let's return... Let's have this guy come down here and grab these guys, because they look like they are... Yeah, they're full up. That's why they have an exclamation point on them. Direct fleet down there. And... transfer 41 crew. Leave the system. And how long do we have left on this other mission? 26 days? Alright, we're good for now. Alright, let's return home. Let's get our fleet together. Officer Academy is completed as a task. Finally. Show location. New officers are ready. So we'll get another engineer, I think. Will be good. Alright, so this engineer can then stay behind and do things on the station for me. Like getting new facilities up and running and other things. Doing some exploration. So we'll do add officer. We'll say level 1 engineering officer. And let you do your thing. Cool, that'll help them level up a bit. In the meantime, now that we've got a fleet, we can, once my ship returns here, we'll get the fleet together and we'll go take on these bastards. Hopefully. Okay, 71 crew. Excellent. Alright, now I'm going to go here. I want to send fleet. Yeah, we want to send a fleet here. And we'll do... Yeah, we'll just select ships. And get all the ships in here. We have. Alright, and that will be a launch. Yes, repair all. Okay. Starbase exploration event. Your exploration team has found something disturbing. Oh boy. Your exploration team has come across a grisly sight, a previously undiscovered amorphous molluscoid with large incisions across its exposed hiding quarters. The incisions suggest a leecher presence in the area. We better hunt them down because they're probably going to do some damage to the station if we don't. So, frig. Alright, let's do it. Your crew bravely pledges to seek out the poor molluscoid's killers. Okay. Deploy ground forces. Let's add some officers here. Cadets. And cadets. Alright, let's hope for the best. 105 points, huh? Yikes. Alright, so shocked, nano shield, afflicted. Exploits afflicted. Inflicts gray goo 1 and exposed. But that's like biological, right? Does this guy have... Well, he's only resistance to psionic. Okay, so I guess I can try this. See what it does. Critical hits. Excellent. Alright, so that does confused and anyone that does expose. That inflicts blinded. Well, that'll work too. Blinded will help. Awesome. This inflicts shocked and exploits afflicted. Alright, I guess we'll inflict shocked on him too. Why not? All the afflictions. Oh, he evaded. Okay. Oh, he evaded too. Excellent. Alright, so do I have anything that exploits anything here? Exploits afflicted. Inflicts shocked. Allies nano shield. Let's do that right now. Just so we give our red shirts a better chance of survival. Alright, confused. Over there. If it was confused, it would have done it. Ooh, critical hit. Excellent. Do this. 9 and 9. Okay. Let's do inflict shock. Nice. Well, we're doing some damage. That's for sure. Alright, do it. Go for it. Destroy that leech before it becomes a problem, before it leeches off our systems. Alright, success, Commander. Not only did our exploration forces rid the location of the leech or aliens, but they're even able to secure the portal from which the molluscoid must have arrived. It yielded a surprising amount of dark matter. 85. Excellent. Alright, so that explorer room is still going on. Sweet. And our fleet is still en route to this place. So let's do our thing, I guess. See what happens. Cleared out that section I asked for. Alright, show location. So we can, we've got 67 of 80 power used. Let's do materials multiplier since we don't have too many things that are giving me materials. So we'll build that. That'll help me get more materials out of everything we complete, out of every quest we complete and whatnot. So run forward here. And, ooh, okay, lots of critical hits coming in. Jeez. Okay, we've got hull breached already. So we'll take 200% base damage over 3 turns. We gotta do something about that. We can upload virus to all enemies. That'll help a bit, I think. So let's do that. Sensors offline for these guys, maybe. Well, that one guy resisted it, of course. Alright, inflict ships disable. Cloak. Exploits sensors offline. Ooh, let's do that. Since that exploits sensors offline, let's do it to this guy who's got 403 points. Nice. Okay, now let's see. Repair drone override. Exploits engines down. Hull breach. Shock mine on this guy. Disable that ship. Oof. Oof, we are taking some damage. Let's do heal on this. On this guy, there we go. We got rid of that. Exploits sensors offline. We still have some guys with sensors offline, so let's do that exploit here. Nice, very nice. All right, what's he got? Ship disabled. So, do we have anything that exploits that? Exploits engines down, hull breach, vulnerable. Alright, well, what we can do is at least get rid of... Let's at least get rid of... Let's get rid of this one so we have one less thing shooting at us. There we go. Alright, single ally cauterize hull. Let's do a little heal here. On you. Excellent. Alright, let's do now ship disable on this guy. Awesome. Alright, now I want to do... we'll do hull breach on him. Excellent. And this exploits hull breach, so do that. Sweet. Okay, so we got another one. This guy gets to shoot again, so we'll just shoot with this portal cannon. And we will... Anything else that exploits that, do a repair drone override? Alright, well, we'll just do deconstruct, I guess. Cause hull breach, and flicks engines down, exploits vulnerable. Let's do the crippling shots. Nice. Very nice. Okay. This exploits hull breach. That will go used to our advantage and destroy the thing. Awesome sauce. And another colony has been rescued. Or a fuel refinery anyway. Engineers crewing this fuel refinery bravely volunteer to remain at work and produce fuel for your fleets. Cool. Continue production. And we get 4 fuel a day from them. Alright. So we'll leave that system as is. And then we got another system that the crew colony here is full up with crew. So we should go down there and visit them at some point. And actually these are filled up with fuel as well, or colonists as well. And we have a bunch of materials in the materials mine. Unfortunately, everything is just so freaking far away. And we still do have to take these guys on, but they are going to be... I'm afraid to take them on right now, honestly. Because they are big and scary. Materials multiplier is now online. Cool. Acknowledged. 180 materials to fleet. Take those. System. And let's go see if we can get some fuel. Which we don't have enough fuel to go get fuel. That's the only problem with sending out all my ships at once, is now they're kind of stuck there until we have enough fuel to bring them in. Oh, we got some level ups too. Let's do that. Weapons disruption. Flick sensors offline. And nano restoration. Okay, let's do solar flare, I think. And this person will do reinforced hull breach. Engines down. Ooh, that might be good ramming speed. We'll do that. Alrighty then. I think that's been a good... Is there any tech research here we can do? We can get another engineering warship. The water. 30... I mean, that costs nothing, so might as well. And same with that. So let's just get some of this research done. And we got trilithium reactor, but we don't have enough materials for that. Fuel plants. Each fuel plant produces 1 additional fuel per day. Yeah, I should have that, honestly. Ship repair bay. We can research upgrades for improving starship repairs. We don't have enough parts for that though. Propulsion lab is locked. And hangar tier 2, that's if we wanted to get tier 2 stuff. Cadet barracks. To recruit crew and upgrade cadets. Okay, so lots of things on here. Reactors. More things. Alright, so we got a bunch of research I should have done a little bit earlier, but I didn't realize that I had that much to do. We do have that other person, that other officer that I'm not using for anything right now. We could... I wonder if the Officer Academy will take them. Level 4... No, it wants a level 4 officer to do officer candidates. Okay, so that increased exponentially on me. Materials multiplier, what we can do is add that officer here. So we get a bunch more materials. So 4 days on that. And yeah, confirm task. Let's get them working on there. I could have gotten her working on exploring more areas of the station, but I think that's a good one for now. And again, we gotta wait for some fuel. Now that I have that one thing researched, I could research some fuel gathering stuff, so I don't have to rely so much on these other facilities. But I think that gives you a good look at Halcyon 6 Starbase Commander. Officer's quarters, yeah, okay. Just wanted to make sure. It is by Massive Damage. It is fully released on Steam. It's a game that one of the several games that I kickstarted back in the day. It's currently 15% off at $16.99 US, and its regular price is $19.99 US. It's pretty good. It's pretty good for, you know, it's, I'm enjoying myself in it. I can see there's, you know, obviously some areas where I think they could really improve to make it a little less micromanagey. But, I mean, if you're really into the micromanagey stuff, this is pretty good. And obviously, of course, I'm not really, you know, I'm playing on the easiest difficulty, but I do that because it is pretty difficult without that. I'm not really good at the strategy stuff. So, and you can see there's also a lot of RNG where trying to find all the various materials and things that you need to keep your starbase going well can be a bit of a random dice roll there to try and figure out what's going on. But yeah, otherwise, really good. I'm enjoying this. So I hope you guys have had a good look at this and see if you like it. And as always, links to everything are down in the description. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and I will see you next time.